Right now at noon, we now know what contractor hit the gas line, which caused a gas leak and explosion in Sun Prairie. We'll have the very latest. Plus, the woman who is suing President Trump and his lawyer is arrested. We'll tell you why. And we're learning more information on how the 12 boys and their soccer coach survived as they were trapped in a Thailand cave for more than 2 weeks.
This is News 3 at noon.
We have breaking news within the last 10 minutes. We are learning which third-party contractor hit a natural gas main, which then led to the deadly explosion in Sun Prairie. Verizon released a statement today saying that they contracted with Bear Communications for a fiber project in the Madison area, including Sun Prairie, to improve their wireless network. This is a picture of a Bear Communications truck near the scene of the explosion. This was taken just a few minutes ago. Verizon says they and Bear are working with law enforcement, public safety, and public officials as they continue to investigate the explosion. Firefighters and utility crews were checking out a gas leak in downtown Sun Prairie Tuesday evening, and the explosion followed around 7. The explosion killed Sun Prairie Fire Captain Corey Barr. The Sun Prairie Police Department is now asking individuals who may have been injured in the explosion to come forward so they can take a statement from them. And acts of kindness are taking place all over the city of Sun Prairie. Seniors living at the center there near the site were evacuated Tuesday night, and today they are thanking those who helped them out. News 3's Keely Arthur joining us live now in Sun Prairie with how the group is giving back. Keely.
That's right, Mark. I wish you were here to smell the delicious burgers being cooked for the first responders, including the Sun Prairie Streets Department, who you see behind me digging in on all that delicious food. And what a difference that smell of burgers is, a welcome difference from the smell of smoke that permeated much of this area earlier today and earlier in the week from that Tuesday night explosion. Now, here at the New Perspectives Living Facility that night, first responders actually helped escort some of the residents living here. Those residents are back here now safe, and now they're giving a big thank you to everyone who helped.
I can't say enough about the good work that the police and fire and EMS did for us on Tuesday evening. It definitely was a huge effort, one that took a lot of different people to make it successful in keeping everybody safe, but they did such a great job, and we just want to recognize the good work that they do for us every day.
And Mark, it isn't just burgers, it's grilled chicken, cookies, the works. Anyone who helped last night, the streets department, police, EMS, fire, is invited to come down here to New Perspectives Living Facility. It's going on until 1 o'clock. Much deserved comfort food for those hardworking men and women. I'll send it back to you, Mark.
Absolutely. A lot of heroes out there. And I'm glad to hear the residents are back in the retirement facility there. Keely, thank you very much. The funeral for Captain Corey Barr has been scheduled for this Saturday at Sun Prairie High School. Barr owned the Barr House and was the captain of the Sun Prairie Fire Department. A private visitation will be held Friday night. The funeral will be held at 11 o'clock a.m. at the high school on Grove Street. And there are fundraising efforts happening all around the area for those who were affected by the Sun Prairie explosion. There's a GoFundMe page running right now for the family of Corey Barr, the firefighter who lost his life in the line of duty. So far, $121,000 has been raised for the family. And if you'd like to help out the victims affected by the explosion, we have a link on our website at channel3000.com. Now let's head over to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Chris Reese, not Dave Caulfield, said, wait a minute.
I know, we keep changing it up.
That's right. Okay, the first alert forecast, another sticky one out there.
It is sticky. We are tracking that heat and humidity finally making a comeback, or once again, making a comeback rather, and that means we do have alert days in our forecast. We've got one for today and one for tomorrow. Now, the cloud cover helps to keep us a little bit cooler than anticipated so far today. I'll show you those temperatures in just a second, but we do have heat advisories along the Mississippi River Valley, and that's going to go until 8 o'clock this afternoon. So keep that in mind. If you're living out in Grant County or Richland County, Crawford County, those places do have that heat advisory, and weather doesn't just follow lines, so it's still going to be hot as you get past those heat advisories. We're at 82 for us here in Madison. The dew points are in the mid-60s, which means it's already starting to feel more humid out there. 86 over towards La Crosse. A lot of folks, especially as you get further to to the west are in the 80s right now. That's where dew points are in the 70s as well, back across the western half of the state. Here in Madison, like I mentioned, our dew points are still in the 60s, so it is humid and it is uncomfortable. But here's the thing, by the time we get you towards 4 o'clock, it'll likely feel like 94 for us, triple digits out west, and we're going to heat things up tomorrow as well, Mark, likely feeling like the triple digits at times. So we'll want to make sure that we are aware of the heat.
All right, it's been a hot summer so far.
Yes, it has.
And no relief. Well, relief in sight maybe next week?
There is, and I'll be touching on that in the 7-day.
All right, we'll check back. Thank you very much, Chris.
No problem.
A man has life-threatening injuries after a two-vehicle crash yesterday morning. The Wisconsin Department of Transportation says the crash occurred between a straight truck and a dump truck in Dodge County near Teresa. Officials say a dump truck driver was traveling on Wisconsin 175 when his vehicle was struck by 29-year-old Anthony Millens of Milwaukee, who was driving the other truck. They say Millens stopped at a stop sign while traveling westbound on Wisconsin 28 and struck the dump truck while pulling out. The Millens suffered life-threatening injuries. The investigation into that crash continues. A Madison alder has announced that he is running for mayor. Maurice Cheeks announced his candidacy to begin his 2019 campaign for mayor. He's the current alder from the 10th district and has served on Madison's Common Council since 2013. He is currently the vice president of business development at Myosoft. That's a Madison-based data quality software company. Adult film star Stormy Daniels is out on bail after being arrested during a performance at an Ohio strip club. She was charged with 3 misdemeanor counts of touching people in the club, but her lawyer says those charges have been dropped. According to the complaint, she touched patrons, quote, in a specified anatomical area while performing. It is illegal in Ohio for nude or semi-nude dancers to touch non-family members. Daniels' lawyer says the arrest was a setup.
I had reason to believe that it was politically motivated. There's no question that these officers were undercover at that strip club. They knew that my client was going to be performing there, and I find this to be a complete waste of resources.
Daniels is suing President Trump and his former lawyer, Michael Cohen. She claims she had a sexual relationship with the billionaire businessman in 2006 and was paid to keep quiet about it in the days leading up to the 2016 election. President Trump has wrapped up a sometimes contentious meeting with NATO allies. Trump arrived at NATO headquarters for the second and final day of meetings with an agenda: get NATO partners to spend more money on defense. The demands triggered an emergency budget meeting among the NATO allies, and the allies already agreed to increase spending to 2% of their GDP on the military by 2024. But President Trump demanded they reach that level quicker or double it to 4%.
The commitment was at 2%. Ultimately, that'll be going up quite a bit higher than that. So we made a tremendous amount of progress today.
The president's demands had some diplomats questioning the long-term United States-NATO relationship, but President Trump insists NATO is now better than ever. The president will now spend time in London before heading to a summit with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Helsinki, Finland. And we are learning more information on how the 12 boys and their soccer coach survived as they were trapped in a Thailand cave for more than 2 weeks. When the boys entered the cave, the officials say they each had a flashlight. They had one watch and one mobile phone with a light until the batteries died on that. They were able to check the watch for the time for the first 3 days. They slept close together for warmth and took turns digging in the cave to try and redirect the water that had trapped them. Thai officials say they plan to create an interactive museum at the cave that will feature items such as the clothing worn by rescuers. But for now, the cave is closed. There's more to come on News 3 at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
You can have a tropical tasting dinner as soon as tonight. Stick around and I'll show you how to do it. The market picking up your produce. Do you tend to buy the same few things week after week? If you do, how about shaking things up by adding mangoes to your shopping list? Right now, they're at their peak, which means they're as sweet as can be, so there's no better time to take advantage of them. Sure, we can simply cut them up for a healthy snack or add them to our smoothie, but we've got a great new idea that pairs this sweet tropical favorite with chicken. Sounds good? Then watch how easy. The first thing we do is cut the juicy pulp off a ripe mango. Then we place this in a blender along with some vegetable oil, fresh garlic, brown sugar, a hint of ground red pepper, some salt, and a splash of lime juice. After we give it a whirl, we pour it over some boneless, skinless chicken thighs, give them a toss, and into the fridge they go to marinate. And come dinner time, we can cook these inside in a skillet or on a grill pan or outside on the grill. After the chicken is cooked through and the outside starts to caramelize, they're ready to serve. How about serving them over a bed of rice for a tropical tasting dish that's far from ordinary? To get the recipe for our mango lime chicken, all you need to do is visit our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a mango-nificent way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, thank you. Coming up on News 3 at noon, another warm and humid day. Meteorologist Chris Reese will have your first alert forecast when we come back. Check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials rebounding from yesterday, up 215 points. The NASDAQ up 86. Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee out of the radio barn today, so here are your egg numbers. And Chris is here now with the weather, taking the dogs for a walk this morning. A lot of people watering their lawns.
That's right. We haven't seen rain in a long time. It's been hot. The ground rather dry. Now, yesterday I told a lot of folks about the fact that so far, if we were to receive no more rain, we were on pace to see the second driest July. Now, I don't think we'll see the second driest July just because I do think we'll see rain. There is rain in our forecast, but Dave Caldwell did some research yesterday, and I've got to give him the credit for this one, but he went back and looked to show us, you know, what's the longest stretch we've had other than this one without rain. We haven't seen rain since July 5th. No rain through yesterday. I haven't put today up there yet just because the chance of rain is possible. But this is the longest stretch since May 23rd and 29th. We had another 8-day stretch back after a snowstorm in April with no precipitation. We had a 12-day stretch in March as well. And I don't think we'll get to 12 days. We've been tracking these showers and thunderstorms this morning. Now, most of those have been far across the north woods, but there's been some of that moved on to the south and east, and that's mainly north and east of Madison, but parts of Dodge County getting in on some shower and thunderstorm activity as of now. We're going to keep a close eye on that. The chance for some isolated showers, especially north of Madison, can't be ruled out into the afternoon, but the better rain chances do come into the weekend. Those showers and thunderstorms have kept a lot of the cloud cover around today, which has actually helped to keep us a little bit cooler than initially anticipated. The thing is, the clouds are breaking up, that sunshine is coming back out, and eventually we may see more of that heat and humidity just taking on off. 82 degrees already right now. Dew points are coming up. No, anyway, whether it's cloudy, whether it's sunny, we're going to see those dew points coming up. Those are already into the mid 60s, middle 80s as you work your way back towards the Mississippi River Valley. As of now, we have a temperature of 86 in La Crosse. Check out the dew points, though. Our dew point here in Madison a little lower at 65 compared to the 70-degree dew points that you see across the western half of the state. Folks, that's pretty rough. That's pretty humid and oppressive. Wind strongly coming in out of the south now. That's tapping into the humid air that we have across the nation's heartland and bringing that on into town. So as long as we have that southerly to southwesterly flow, we're going to stay fairly humid. In fact, that's the reason for those heat advisories that we have, especially across the western half of the area. Those are going to go until 8 o'clock tonight. Heat indices likely making it into the triple digits for them, 94 for us into this afternoon. Tomorrow we do it all over again, except we could feel warmer up into the triple digits. So we'll watch to see if any heat advisories get added into the mix. But it is going to be a very warm couple of days. In fact, 89 degrees for this afternoon, likely feeling like 92 to 97 at times, and then 87 for your Friday. That's another alert day just because it's going to be so hot and humid. In fact, the humidity likely going to get worse tomorrow, even if temperatures don't. Now, later on in the day on Friday, that's when those rain chances really do get a bit better into the weekend. And then relief comes after that towards next week. We do cool down, low humidity, likely keeping some of those days stuck into the 70s, Mark.
No all-day rains this weekend.
No all-day
rains,
rains, not a washout, but you'll see a mix of sun and clouds and passing showers and thunderstorms at times.
Lots going on this weekend outside.
Oh, yes,
so
I know.
Keep the umbrella handy. All right, thank you, Chris. There's more to come on News 3 at noon. Up next, Marissa DeGroot from the Dane County Humane Society is here with our Pet of the Week. We'll meet this little kitten named Athena. We'll find out why she is special. That's when we come back. Marissa DeGroot from the Dane County Humane Society is here with our pet of the week. She is a doll. Hi, Marissa.
Hi.
This is Athena.
And she is one special little lady here.
Tell us why.
So Athena is about 6 to 8 months old, and she was surrendered to Dane County Humane Society, and we immediately saw that there was an issue with her eye. So we did have to remove that, and she spent some time in a loving foster home and is now back and ready to find her forever home.
And she's just can see fine.
Yep, she gets along great, and so there's really not too many special things that you need to do with her, with her missing an eye. I think she's just going to be a happy, spunky little kitten.
Well, she is purring away. She's head-butting everybody.
Yep, I think she's a special little lady. She has been just purring away, loves to meet new people. I think she got a lot of love and attention at that foster home, and now she just loves people.
Oh, she's doing a lot of kneading. That's always a good sign.
Yep, she's making some muffins over here.
And she's tiny.
She is. So, she is a juvenile, so we do have some younger kittens at the shelter, but she's a little lady. I think she's going to stay pretty petite.
Yeah, Jack could be a real big cat. And it is kitten time.
It is kitten season right now, and we're actually going to be doing a cat adoption event over at Mounds Pet Food Warehouse in Fitchburg on Sunday. So you can go down there, pick up your pet supplies, and meet a bunch of great kittens. We have a lot of them right now.
And is there a special deal on them?
No, but it's just an opportunity to come and meet all those kittens and cats we've got.
Oh, I wasn't here last week.
Yep, we had another special guy. That was Jackson the ferret, and he is still available. He is over at the main shelter. Athena is over there as well, so come meet them today.
They make pretty good pets, ferrets.
They do, and Jackson is such a laid-back guy, too. Normally, ferrets are all over the place, and he's pretty chill.
And was she a stray, or what was her story, Athena?
She was surrendered. They had a litter of kittens, that just too many cats in the house, so she was surrendered to us.
Oh, she is a bundle of joy. Look at her, all that energy. All right, so head out to the. She's at the main office.
Yep, she is at the main shelter, but you can see more about her at giveshelter.org, which is all brand new right now.
That's right, you were gone. Let's go check it out. A lot of dogs right now, too?
Yep, lots of dogs, lots of animals right now looking for great homes.
All right, Dane County Humane Society, giveshelter.org. 838-0413 is the phone number if you want to set up an appointment and meet this little Athena. She is great. Marissa, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time, and let's head back over to the Weather Center. Chris Reese with a final look at our forecast.
That's right. We do have another hot and humid forecast back for the weekend. In fact, that's already starting today, but there are rain chances to come steal the show and hopefully cool us down. We'll notice those rain chances first starting especially towards your Friday. We'll see more cloud cover tomorrow as well, but those rain chances really begin to ramp up Friday night and into your Saturday. Now, after that, we actually cool things down towards next week. I'm seeing days where we are struggling to get out of the 70s once again with low humidity. So we'll get through the weekend, but that is what we are keeping our fingers crossed for.
All right, take it easy the next couple of days. Hot out there. That's our time for now. We'll see you back here at 4. Have a great afternoon.
Making plans that are weather dependent? Get an accurate 12-hour, even a 10-day forecast. Download the Channel 3000 First Alert Weather app and start planning.